Guys, Tactical Reviews is in the house. Sorry I'm late. Huey420 here. Go E-Rock. What is up, Tactical? Always good to have you. And Jord follows up. Finally, Stalker. Oh, you always have a joke, don't you, sir? He is always the life of the party. So, all right, we have still so much to cover, guys. I love this hangout. I like the fact that we have the BFC fam and we're hanging out. Like I said earlier, if any of you guys want to come on the show and share some of your DD, I've had Jordan. I've had a bunch of people on so far. You know what? It's about keeping it positive and keeping it real. That's it. All right, so let's go to, and we got to talk about this because, we just gotta. All right, ILUS sitting at a healthy 3 cents. All jokes aside, this is my favorite OTC. And not because it has the sexiest share structure or because it has a revolutionary new No, I'm just kidding. No, but the MIST technology is amazing. But listen, this company does have some things to improve upon, and that's just the truth. Every single company does. JP would be the first person to admit, the road is not supposed to be perfect, but I think they're taking their time. I know they're taking their time and doing things the right way. And I always say it, and he said this once in the interview, and I'll never forget it. They want to build a foundation on stone, not on sand. And I'm telling you right now, they could be diluting ILUS to high hell, and they're not doing it. With everything that they've done in 2 years, they're still sitting, I think, at 1.3 or whatever billion shares. They could have easily added a ton of shares, but I think they're doing this to increase the ILUS parent. And that is good. That's going to be the cherry on top. You guys got to understand that. That's what's going to happen. They're building each leg of the house or whatever. I don't know what analogy to use anymore. I usually say the leg of the spider, but let's take a quick look at this. I'm going to keep it moving because there's a lot to cover. So like they have all these different divisions: public safety, industrial, defense, renewable sector. So it's ERT, you got QIND, you got Hyperion, you got Replay. They are ambitious. Recently filed quarterly report confirms a 550% revenue increase, 44% increase in net profit, and that's important to get that net profit up, and 630% increase in the balance sheet over its previous first year quarter. Financial highlights from the first quarter 2023 report include revenue of 19.8 million, net profit of almost $1,914,000, and a balance sheet of 251 million. There's a lot of money going in and out of this company. Let's see what JP had to say about it. We have made progress in vital areas of the business and are pleased with the overall results as well as the prospects we have in place for the rest of 2023. Most of our businesses are affected by cyclical trends. There it is again. I can't say cyclical. I just did. And we have solid order books in both our industrial and emergency response subsidiaries. Therefore, we do expect substantial quarter-on-quarter growth through the remainder of this year. At the same time, we are working hard on several key growth areas in our emergency response subsidiary, which we believe will have visible effect from this current quarter and increase as the year progresses. And they are talking now about, after, and let's look at what Nick Link says. We have once again demonstrated our ability to deliver strong results in a challenging environment. We remain focused on optimizing and improving key areas within our business and delivering key milestones such as the uplisting of our industrial subsidiary to a national stock exchange, that's NYSE American, within the coming months before continuing onwards to exceed our annual forecasts. Early in June 2023, ILUS looks forward to making its next major public announcement regarding its first subsidiary uplist to a national stock exchange. Following this announcement, the company plans to provide an update on its second subsidiary uplist, ERT, which the ILUS board has made progress towards following the company's 2022 annual results and therefore plans to complete in 2023. And I'll tell you right now, if they do this, it's going to be freaking huge. If they uplist QIND, if they get ERT by the end of the year, we're talking it's going to be massive. They're going to do the same thing with Hyperion. They're going to do the same thing with Replay. And these companies we're talking about, listen, like I said, I know the share structure isn't the most gorgeous thing, but you have to look at everything that's underneath it. And that's what gets me. They're making it very sustainable, that share structure. All right. But QIND, we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars in and out in revenue. We're talking same thing, ERT. The targeted acquisition is close to 60 million. Not to mention, it's putting them on pace for another acquisition. And so they're just building upon. And before you know it, they are going to have close to that $1 billion rev mark. And that's what they've set out to do. And that automatically is going to increase the value of the ILUS share price given its current share structure. So I am completely fired up about this company. I sometimes, I wish the share price isn't what it is, but I think there's going to come a day where we're like, oh shit, I should have bought more. And I do think that's coming. I'm not going to say it's inevitable because anything could happen, but this is absolutely promising. And I mean, QIND, I mean, unbelievable, and a lot of these numbers from my list come from QIND, but guess what's going to happen? They have another acquisition. He talked about 230 million or 203 million, or I don't remember what it was, 200 something million in additional orders, for them to complete in 2024 and 2025. Well, think about it. They're getting additional orders now. They're still going to pick up additional orders if they're doing everything properly in 2024 for maybe 26 and 27. It's all about keeping that order book flowing. And that's what they're doing. So, and by the way, I'm putting all the links. It's all there for your reading pleasure. If you have kids, just read the first paragraph of one of these things and you'll knock them out cold. And then you can finally enjoy a bourbon. It's true. So let's look. QIND confirms its first quarter of 2023 results with increased net profit margin and positive outlook for 2023 quarter-on-quarter growth. All right. Quarter one revenue, 18.1 million, net profit of 2 million. This represents a net profit margin of 11.1% for the 3 months ended March 31st. That's very good. That's very good. Hopefully the next acquisition for QIND does the same exact thing. And they said that the numbers are very similar to Quality International. So I'm not going to read through this whole thing. It's there. Take a read through it. But this is, okay, here it is. This I will read because it's pretty damn important. Very important. Having received a further 40 million in new purchase orders during the first quarter, the company has a current order book of 180 million purchase orders in hand, which it expects to deliver to customers during 2023 and 2024. Based on the status of current opportunities in its sales pipeline, Quality International expects to obtain a further 250 million in new purchase orders for delivery in 2023, 2024, and 2025. So like I say, that's going to change as time goes on too. They're going to have opportunities in 2024 where they may have to, they'll be doing orders for 25 and 26. That's the way I look at it. I'm sure that's the way they're looking forward. The projections matter. They get this in new purchase orders just from this one company under a subsidiary, under a conglomerate. That's how it affects ILUS. I'm going to go on the rant. The share price sucks. I know it does. It absolutely sucks. For those of you holding 30, 40 cents, you have balls of steel. And kudos to you. And it's not easy. And you're allowed to gripe from time to time. But if you look at it, if you just zoom out and look, I am telling you right now, this company is going to nail it. And I want to be the guy to say I told you so. I don't care if it freaking takes 2 or 3 years or 4 years. When they explode, when they have hundreds of millions in revenue, I'm going to say I told you so. And if they don't, whatever. I am rooting for these guys 100%. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When is our economy going to get better? When is global strife going to stop happening? When's inflation going to taper off? There's so many factors that go into this. So that is my ILUS QIND rant. Let me know what you think about ILUS in the comments section. And that's one that you guys know from the time I launched this channel. That's one stock that I've been passionate about, 100% passionate about it. Why are we at 3 cents? Makes no sense. It is undervalued. But like you say, some baller planting seeds. A lot of these OTCs, they've already done in 1 quarter. I mean, they've done the 10 OTCs combined. And we just got to listen, it gets bad. All right. The worse it feels now, the better it's going to feel when we're riding high. And I totally believe that. It's not financial advice. All right. Nothing of what I say, I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go buy ILUS tomorrow, even though I think it's a really good purchase entry down here in the sense, but it's completely an undervalued company in my honest opinion.